My ignorant parents preferred my adopted brother over me, so 15 years later, I abandoned them. I was 10 when they brought him home from the adoption agency. My parents sat me down at our kitchen table and said, "We need to be extra understanding because he came from a difficult situation." That was the last conversation where my opinion actually mattered. Within 6 months, I went from having my own room to sleeping on a pull-out couch in the basement. He needs the bigger room for his anxiety, my mom explained. The room I'd had since I was born, the one with glow-in-the-dark stars I'd spent 3 hours putting on the ceiling when I was 8. Then came my 13th birthday. I'd asked for one thing all year, a guitar. $200 at the local music shop. I'd even offered to pay half for my lawn mowing money. My parents said, "We'll see," and I actually believed them. Birthday morning comes, and there's no guitar. Instead, they got me a $15 gift card to Target. But my brother, whose birthday was 3 months away, got a PlayStation 4 with 5 games. When I asked why he got presents on my birthday, my dad said he was feeling left out, and we need to be sensitive to his trauma. At 15, I found out about my college fund. My grandparents on my mom's side had set aside $47,000 for my education before they died. I only knew about it because I overheard my parents arguing in their bedroom one night. My brother needed intensive therapy twice a week at $180 per session. Insurance covered some, but not all. Guess where the money came from? I confronted my mom the next morning. She actually cried and said I was being selfish, that my brother needed help, and I should be grateful I never experienced what he went through. I was 15 years old, watching my future disappear for someone else's past. Junior year, I started working. First at a grocery store, then I added weekend shifts at a pizza place. I opened a bank account they didn't know about. Every dollar I made went straight in. I saved $3,200 over 18 months for the laptop I'd need for college. I got accepted to state with a full ride for engineering. I was so proud. The morning of my high school graduation, I woke up at 5:30 a.m. My ceremony was at 10. I went upstairs to make coffee and found my brother in the living room playing on a brand new MacBook Pro, the same model I'd been researching, the $3,400 one. My stomach dropped. I checked my phone and logged into my savings account. Empty. $3,200 gone. They'd made me add them as joint account holders when I opened it because I was 17. For emergencies, they said. I walked into their bedroom and woke them up. My dad barely looked at me before saying, "Your brother needed a laptop for his online courses, and you're leaving for college anyway, so we figured you could get one there." I asked him if he was serious, if he really just stole over $3,000 from me. My mom cut in and said, "We didn't steal anything. That account was in our names too. And besides, he deserves nice things after everything he's been through. You should be grateful you had a stable childhood." Something inside me just snapped. I didn't yell. I didn't cry. I just walked back downstairs and started packing. Everything I owned fit into my 1997 Civic. Clothes, my old textbooks, a box of photos from before he showed up. I didn't go to my graduation. My best friend's mom had moved 6 hours away and said I could crash in her spare room. I drove straight there that morning. My phone was blowing up the entire drive. I blocked their numbers at a rest stop. I changed my major to computer science, worked full-time while taking classes, graduated debt-free in 3 years with a 3.9 GPA, got hired at a startup making $68,000. 5 years later, I co-founded my own tech company with 2 colleagues. We built software for medical practices, sold it 14 months later for $4.2 million. Last month, I was in my office when my assistant buzzed. 2 people in the lobby claiming to be my parents and refusing to leave. I pulled up the security camera feed. There they were, both looking older, tired. I went down. My mom started crying the second she saw me. She tried to hug me, but I stepped back. My dad launched into this speech about how they'd made mistakes, but family is family. Then he got to the point. My brother had gotten into legal trouble, fraud and embezzlement at his job. They needed $80,000 for a lawyer, or he was facing prison time. My mom grabbed my arm. "You're our only hope," she said. "You're so successful now, and he's your brother." I looked at my dad, really looked at him. "Remember when I was 17, and you told me I should be grateful I had a stable childhood?" He didn't respond. "I am grateful. I'm grateful I learned at 18 I couldn't count on you. I'm grateful I built everything myself. You stole my college fund. You stole my graduation money. You gave him my childhood, my room, my birthdays, 15 years of choosing him over me." My dad said they were young and didn't know how to handle it, that they'd changed. I called security, told them to escort these people out and that they're banned from the building. Then I looked at my mom one last time. "The son you wanted help from died in that basement when he was 10. You're 15 years too late." Security walked them out. My mom was sobbing. My dad was yelling. I went back upstairs and got back to work.